play. So level 70 map with Might Flay, Brightbeak, and standard shit. Oh, I forgot Melee Splash. We're gonna trade Weapon Elemental for Melee Splash.
My spirit is spent.
So I'm running into mana issues. What do? You grab Blood Magic. I don't have one on me, do I? Or you grab a potion. So let's go grab a Blood Magic gem quickly. Probably have it sitting right with me in my inventory. Oh, it was sitting on my Cyclone. Okay. So let's just get rid of added fire, and we're going to replace that with Blood Magic. So this will be the standard build that anyone can run. And just for actual sake, we'll get my real auras going too. Come on. Two green and a red are going to make impossible on this thing. There we go. So, from here, we want reduced mana. Is that in there? So, alright, we can afford to run 2 auras now because we're going to be running Blood Magic with our Dual Strike. So we're at 8k DPS with level 35 weapons, and it's a level 70 map, and it's a 5 link. Like, the damage is certainly not going to be insane as it was like when I had my proper gear on. But anyone who's saying like this build can't work in hardcore, I'm using absolutely shit gear right now. And like, it's perfectly fine. So I'd say about level like 68, if you don't have Ring of Rain, you can expect to be about this power level. Especially considering you'll be using weapons 3 times better than this. Yep, I'm using Blood Magic right now. Melee Splash and Blood Magic with a 5 link and level 35 weapons. Okay, I've got, yes, full resists are very easy to get. You stack resist, especially if you're not running Bringer of Rain. Getting full resist is incredibly easy. I'm using a Might Flay and a Brightbeak right now, just for demonstration. So, yeah. And when it comes to my rings and amulets, I do have damage on those, but if you're level mid-60s and you're doing level 70 maps, you shouldn't be running level 30 weapons. So, you'd be running about like 150, 200 DPS weapons, and you'll be doing just fine. You only have to stack like your health and resist, and you'll be perfectly fine. So can we at least agree that, you know, you don't need crazy gear to pull this off? This is a pretty solid demonstration of it. But the difference is I'm using level 30 weapons. So my rings and amulets, yes, I'll show them right now. My rings, let's see. Damage-wise, I'm getting a total of 7 attack speed from it. Okay. This ring, yes, it's got good chaos resist, but damage, like, there's not really much on it. And I'm using, literally, the weapons are level 35 and like level 28. If you're using level 25 and 30 or level 35 and 28 weapons on level 70 maps, your rings and amulets are your last concern. So the amulet, dual leech. That's what it's got. Dual leech and resist, no health even. The belt, dual resist, life. Nothing special about it. Probably worth, I'd say, a couple GCPs. And you don't have to worry about that. I'm so far over resist cap right now because I have a chest and a helmet. The reason like I've got like the high resist on my gloves, my belts, my boots, and all that is because when you do make the transition over to Bringer of Rain, you're gonna have resistance problems just because you're lacking the chest and the helmet. But I'll start playing Nemesis tomorrow and I'll play it through Sunday and I'll continue playing it. I'll show that like you can get those resistances you need relatively easily just with some trading. You don't have to stack the crazy attack speed and damage and so on. Eventually you can get to that point, but to progress through the game and have fun with like a fast like paced like melee build, I mean, if you had proper weapons for the level, things would shred in a second here. Yeah, I'm well aware that you can die once. I'm not starting today because it's 5 in the morning, and I have people who want to learn more about the build. Oh, that's right. Added fire with life gain on hit. And then when you finally get the right gear for the build, it's just nuts.
My spirit is spent.
I say if you're just starting this build, it's going to be a little more difficult to pull off. I still have a blood magic in here? Yeah, I do. You don't, I just show you, you don't need Bringer of Rain. And that was a really bad desync. Again, immune to reflect, no damage on either physical or elemental reflect. I'd say the bare minimum, leveling up you can get it with a 4-link, but for maps, bare minimum you need a 5-link, and I would shoot for 200 DPS weapons. Attack speed does affect Whirling Blades. I've got a 20 quality faster attacks and a 20 quality Whirling Blades, just for convenience sake of moving around faster. This was just a level 70 map I was doing to show people in the beginning that I was using like level 30 weapons and like a standard 5 link. So Whirling Blades, you typically want to leave it level 1 if you don't have Soul Taker or don't want to link Blood Magic to it. But I've noticed I don't have too bad of desync with Whirling Blades. Part of it is like if I do desync, it's so short to just like Whirling Blades again and get out of it. Let's see. There we go. I think that'll help out.
My spirit is spent.
If you're brand new to hardcore, I wouldn't recommend this build. It's one of those things where like you will have to have knowledge of the game. The build can work just fine in hardcore, and I'll be showing that tomorrow. And just the inherent tankiness of it, it'll work just as good as any like tanky based hardcore like melee build, but it's got like some nice damage on top of that.